Right, enough time to take you into the world of entertainment, art and culture. We have Judita Da Silva joining us live from London. Judita, good to see you. So very quickly, the new contestants for the next Titan Nigeria have been announced for season 10 of the reality series. And it does look like it will be entertaining television for viewers.
Yes, indeed. So as I said, it's gone into its 10th year. There were thousands of applicants. They managed to whittle it down to just to 50, from which there were 20 selected from the 9 jurors. And they're going to be competing over the next 10 weeks. They moved into the competition house, and it basically sees them take on tasks and seeing who comes out, who emerges the most adept business savvy contestants of all of them. And when you think about kind of the wave of people interested in competing in this, they say that Nigeria is probably one of the countries with the most entrepreneurial spirit and number of entrepreneurs per capita. So this is reflected well in the assortment of contestants that apply to be in this season.
Well, Judita, the next Titan seems to be Nigeria's answer to The Apprentice. So what is it about mixing reality TV with business that makes it a compelling formula?
You see, it is one of those things that you would wonder whether it would be that reflective of someone who could spin into the real world. And I just say this, the fact that America currently has a president who literally came to fame doing The Apprentice in America says everything you need to know about just how much the platform of doing business or showing yourself to be business savvy can propel you. Even in here, the current leading news channel, GB News, one of the most popular hosts on that channel was a contestant on The Apprentice in the UK. So when you look at something like The Next Titan, why on the face of it, it seems something quite frivolous because it's reality TV. What you are doing is identifying someone with both cunning, shrewdness, and a personality, because right now, particularly in 2025, to be successful in business, beyond that, you have to be good at branding and marketing. Do so well on a show like this. It will propel you to the kind of forefront within the business sector that the majority of people never will be able to.
Absolutely. Now, the 8th annual Kaduna International Festival, it's taken place and it's set out to champion social change. So was it a successful outing in your estimation, especially for the organization?
Yes, it was, because when you look at it in northern Nigeria, they've managed to get, I think it was over 2,000 applications, which they whittled down to 116 that covers across 15 countries. Over 50 countries applied to be part of this festival. And from that, you've got things both within countries, both within Africa and outside of Africa. So you've got Kenya, Uganda, Ghana. Uganda was leading in the number of selected films, as well as France, Tunisia, America. So it is something that is quite impressive to think, because over the past week, you've had the executive director of the festival, Audu Kashim Israel, say that the power of film to drive social change and also be a vehicle, but for steering public opinion and public empathy, is something that's very important. It's very vital. It should be taken very seriously. And I really applaud that, because it's understanding the value of film, which is something Nigeria has been clamoring for governments to always understand, that it isn't just entertainment. It is a vehicle for truly impacting the nation at large.
Well said, Judita. Well, when you look at the likes of Cannes and Venice and Afrif, is a festival like the Cardiff, the Kaduna Festival, competitive within the general landscape of festival season? I mean, how much attention is it getting?
Wonderful phrasing of that question, because this is something why I really wanted to do this story. One would think that because it's so fledgling and it's in the north, it's kind of quote unquote niche. It's not something worth paying a lot of attention to, but it's important that Arise News and platforms like this put it on the map. Because when you look across the pond, what is Sundance today? What is Toronto today? What is Tribeca today? These were all festivals that existed in already a large landscape. There was New York Festival, but Robert De Niro said, there's more to American film than just what we see in New York. So he started Tribeca. Robert Redford started Sundance. Despite the saturation in North America of festivals, there is Toronto, because the landscape of filmmaking is so broad. Nigeria is a country of hundreds of tribes, hundreds of traditions, hundreds of languages. It's like countries within countries. There has to be a reflection of that, because just look at India. Bollywood is a myriad of different types of filmmaking. The last Oscar winner was a Telugu film. It wasn't a Hindu film. So until you have festivals that reflect the pastiche of talent that exists, that is so resplendent in Nigeria, we're not really capitalizing or harnessing how wonderful Nigeria is as a nation. So to Kadif, I applaud them. And I think that as the landscape begins to expand, this is a festival particularly reflecting Northern cinema that will have a footprint that is truly significant as long as it stays consistent.
No doubt, Nigeria needs many more Cardiff festivals, film festivals, if you like. Judita Da Silva, as always, thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight. And here we say it's a wrap on Newsnight tonight. Many thanks for joining us. I am Ngozi Alebu. Have yourself an amazing evening.
And I am Adeso Omora, and from all of us here in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, and our teams around the globe, have a very good night. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.